On this episode of Hit the Mahogany, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this cocktail that, you know what, it makes me feel as though I want to be sitting in a big leather armchair, you know, in front of an open fire, smoking in a cigar, you know, smoke-filled room, you know, some kind of club somewhere where you're just relaxing and just sipping and enjoying a really nice cocktail that's just warm and just sort of, you know, you almost feel as though you want a smoking jacket wrapped around you as well, just something that's nice and cozy. And this one was allegedly first mixed in a club, in the Manhattan Club in Manhattan in the late 1800s. Now there's a few different stories about, you know, if it did first get mixed there or if it was a bar just off Broadway. Either way, it is New York and it is Manhattan. So tonight it's actually going to be the Manhattan cocktail that we're going to be making. Now, this one, over the decades though, the recipe itself has morphed quite a bit, and the way that it's actually ended up just now is that it's a American whiskey, rye, vermouth, and bitters, and that's all there is to it. Now the rye that you use, so rye itself has to be a 51% rye grain. The balance of it sometimes be corn or barley, but it has to be 51%, and this is actually straight rye, which means that it has to be aged for 2 years minimum in fresh oak charred casks, and it can be aged for longer. Now of course there's no age on this, so it could be anything from 2 years to, I don't know, 10 years. But I suspect if it was 10 years, they'd probably want to put 10 years on it. Either way, this is rye, okay? Now because it's rye, now for this mixture, we'll talk a little bit about the flavours in a second here. I'm actually making 2 of them tonight. So what we're starting off with is, for each one, you want 2 ounces of rye, okay? A bit that shakes tonight. Essential tremors. Something essential about them, or non-essential, not for sure. So that's 2 ounces of the rye, 4 ounces total, and then it's actually 1 ounce of sweet vermouth that you're going to use in this. Because I'm doing 2 drinks, I'm actually going to put in 2 ounces here. There we go, 2 ounces sweet vermouth. Using the Dolin one here. This is a pretty good one actually, good flavour to it. And then it's 2 dashes of bitters. This is Angostura bitters, 2 dashes for each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now you can mix this if you want, but I'm actually going to stir it. So we're going to get this nicely chilled down. A little bit of dilution as well. As you can tell, there's not much beyond just freaking spirits on this thing, you know. So let's get a good bit of ice into this, okay? There we go. Alright, so we're going to stir this, chill it, and get a bit of dilution going in this as well. Otherwise it's going to blow your head off completely. Now, because it's rye itself, it's a freaking awesome drink, it really is. The rye is much more, it's spicy, so there's a spiciness to it. And also there's, at the end, there's like a dryness as well. So in this cocktail, there's the vermouth balances this out pretty well, it sweetens it. But what you can do is, if you want to, if you find that the rye is just a little bit too earthy for you, a little bit too dry, you can swap it out for bourbon, but remember the bourbon's actually going to be a little bit sweeter. I mean, bourbon's based minimally 51% corn mash, so that is naturally sweeter itself. So you've got the sweetness of the bourbon, you've got the vermouth in there sweetening it up as well. You can balance it out with bitters. Another option if you want to, a little bit of a cheat here, is if you are using rye and you got the vermouth and you just want to sweeten it up, maybe you're just starting out in this one, you want something that's a little bit better balanced for your palate, just something that you can handle, you can cheat a little bit and use a little bit of the syrup, or the juice, the syrup of your maraschino cherries that you're actually going to use as the garnish for this. Okay, alright. Giving that a good stir as I've been blabbing away there. Now also, if you want to actually try a few different things as well, this used to, you know, one of the recipes for a while, it used to actually use orange bitters in it. You can try orange bitters, or if you want, you can use pastry bitters as well. Try whatever you want. really, it's up to you what you actually, what do you like, you know? If you like it, you drink it. Okay, 2 glasses. Let's get this poured in. It's easy, bit of a mess there. It's a great colour, this one as well. There we go. Excellent. And then, as I said, the garnish itself are maraschino cherries, and you certainly want them with the stalks on. These are very easy to drink, definitely. And I remember one of my friends was asked how he knew how many of these he'd actually drunk, and he said it was by counting the cherry stalks that he had in his pocket at the end of the night. And myself, I've had a couple of situations where I've had just one too many, maybe 6 too many of these ones, because they go down really well. They're very, very strong, you know. Anyway, let's give this a taste, okay? Oh God, I always look forward to this one. Oh, it's refreshing. You got the rye, dries it out at the end. You got the spice from that rye in there as well, but the vermouth balances it out quite a bit. And then you've got just a little bit of that cherry in there as well. So you can add a little bit of cherry juice into this if you want to just sweeten up a little bit. But this is, oh yeah, this is smoking jacket cigar, sitting in front of an open fire, just enjoying yourself. This is a delicious one. Anyway. Alright, cheers, enjoy your Manhattans, and see you next time, okay?